Muy buenas a todo el mundo, bienvenidos a una nueva temporada de entrevistas aquí en nuestro canal de Algo de Rock. Antes de comenzar en esta entrevista, pues queremos daros las gracias por seguir confiando en nosotros durante este veranillo. Hemos vuelto de las vacaciones con las pilas cargadas para seguir ofreciendo material de buena calidad, como siempre intentamos, ya sea con las entrevistas, las reviews, las noticias, crónicas de conciertos y demás. Para la entrevista de hoy os recomiendo que activéis los subtítulos del vídeo de YouTube porque hoy comenzamos con una entrevista internacional. Hoy nos acompaña el cantante y guitarrista de un grupo que llevan poco tiempo ya pegando bastante fuerte, teniendo ya una relevancia internacional bastante grande y con motivo de la presentación de su último trabajo eh, Molotov Cocktail, hoy nos acompaña Jorn, cantante y guitarrista de Bokassa. Jorn, thank you so much for being with us today. It's a pleasure. How are you?
Hey man, I'm good. I'm good. And you?
I'm fine, thanks. It's so good to know that you're also so good. Se me olvidaba también comentar que hay que agradecerle a nuestro compañero Lucas Capeluto, enormemente, que haya preparado esta entrevista y, por supuesto, a la gente de Napalm Records por haber hecho posible esta entrevista. Well, Jorn, the first question is, I think, very common during this day. How was the writing process of Molotov Cocktail due to this COVID-19 situation?
Oh well, it actually didn't interfere at all because the album was written before the pandemic really hit. So we were always planning to go in the studio in around May in 2020, and the songs were all finished. So for us, it didn't have anything to say. It hasn't been like it hasn't interfered with the songs because they were already finished.
Mm-hmm. So it's good to know that because many bands had struggles to get into studio because they couldn't get into their proper studio to record the album or mix the song, etc., etc. Talking about that album, did you wrote all the lyrics of the album or did you have any help?
No, I write the lyrics, yeah. And I also write the music, but this time Olav and Bård contributed 2 riffs and Olav had 1, so that's really cool. That's never happened before, so that was really exciting for us.
So most of the album has made by you?
Yeah, I'm the songwriter in the band, yeah.
Whoa. Too much pressure, I think.
Yeah, it can be, but that's what's cool with that they also, like, this time on this record contributed some riffs, which takes some of the pressure off, because then suddenly you got a riff that you can use. That is cool, I think.
Oh, cool. Talking about also the Molotov Cocktail, your first single, Careless, I have to say, well, we have to say that it's really amazing. It's blasting. What's the story behind this song?
Story behind this song is kind of like, I don't know about you, but I think a lot of people get a little bit, sick of the world. There's so many people like being idiots everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's kind of just feeling that, okay, I'm gonna let them do whatever they want to do around me, but I'm just gonna focus on my own little world and listen to my own little songs and hang out with the people I know, and then everybody else can do whatever they want. So it's kind of just like trying to withdraw yourself a bit from the world because there's so many idiots.
Sometimes you wish to have the gems of Thanos and just slip your fingers and be relaxed. But yeah, it's an interesting philosophy, and we could have hours and hours talking about it because it's true. I have to say it's true. I think the same like you. There's a lot of stupid people, stupid habits. We have to focus on more important things than others that are like, well, you can live without them.
Yeah, and kind of like it's kind of like I don't know. I guess when it all comes down to it, it's kind of like you just if you follow all the news, follow all the social media, sees every fucking stupid thing that happens, you get really, depressed by it. You get pessimistic, and so I think it's like if you just, focus on your world and try to like not, yeah, not, get depressed by everything around you, then, it's kind of an escapism song, I guess, for the protagonist there.
And did you think that this one is the best of this new chapter of Bokassa, or do you have another special one?
Like a song?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think it's the best. I think it's a really cool song. But I think my favorite is probably either. Did you just leave?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I thought you left.
No, no, I have a problem with my door. Sorry.
Yeah, no
There's a
worries,
little
no
bit
worries.
rain.
Yeah, no, my favorites are probably like Burn It All, Hereticulous, or Immortal Tree. But it changes daily. But at this moment, I'm digging those.
Well, people have to listen to the album to know why those are your favorite ones to
Yeah,
understand.
yeah.
Well, something also very important in an album is the cover. What can you tell us about this album cover? Who created? Which is the message behind it? Because you always had really, really amazing album covers.
Yeah, I think it's important to have like a really cool album cover, especially in these days, where physical copies, are more of like a collector's thing, or for the people who are really interested. And I really love a good album cover. A lot of people you know, just write the name of the band on the cover or something. I think that is boring. I want something exciting. And also for this record, this is kind of like this is an all-out attack, bombastic rock and roll record,
Mm-hmm.
So then you have to have like a bombastic cover, that cover is kind of a nod to the heavy metal animation films, I think. But I saw it from this artist called Moon Patrol, and when I just saw that, I was like, yes, this is the perfect album cover. And I sent it to the band, as I always do, just hoping that they would see what I see, and they did. They were like, yes. So that's how we ended up with that one.
Cool, cool. Nice to know that. And there's something that we the start of your answer that is true. The industry and the music industry has changed a lot now. Almost everybody listens to music in Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud, etc. And as you say, CDs are more like something to collect for the real fans of a band. So they are the ones who always buy the copies of the album, and I think that it's something that we should get back again, because the bands during these days need that support to buy the CDs to uh, put everything up again.
Absolutely. And that's also why, at least our albums, the booklets, for example, for the new album is really, it's a lot of pictures and stuff like that. We wanted to be like a really cool package, not just a cool cover, but if you buy the vinyl or the CD, then you get something extra. Because I remember when I was little and I bought an album, I always thought it was cool to look in the booklet and see all the things. So we kind of do that thing because we like it.
Also, talking about the work behind the album, Molotov Cocktail was produced by a machine who also worked with bands like The Bronx or Every Time I Die. For example, what have you learned about working with him?
Well, he didn't produce it, but he mixed and mastered the record. So we sent it to him in Texas, I guess, where he is, which was really awesome because we knew, like for example, Clutch Blast Tyrant, Clutch Earth Rocker, did Bronx 3, I think he did God of Phenomenon by Every Time I Die. He did like a lot of albums that we really dig, so kind of just wanted that machine sound. And when we sent it over to him, I remember like even the first mix, it was kind of like, okay, yeah, this is a professional. He knows what he's doing, So we were kind of like, yeah, well, of course, as you do in the mixing process, you kind of tweak, like, yeah, well, what if the guitar is lower there, etc., but stuff like that. But like the overall sound, he had that quite fast. He just kind of knew what we wanted. So that was great.
Amazing. During these days, people think that a band who doesn't have 10 years is a young band, but Bokassa has played with bands like Billy Talent, Queens of the Stone Age, or Red Fang. You see the poster behind your back. But the last time you came to Spain, you were opening for Metallica. So the question is, what have you learned of those legends after being with them so many nights in so many places, playing with them? What can you tell us about that experience?
First off, we have never played with Red Fang, Billy Talent, and Queens of Stone Age. But we have played with Metallica, yeah, and that was an amazing experience. I remember the Spain shows; they were great. It was really warm, and it was insane to see so many people. I also remember when we played the Barcelona gig, because we had to have like wireless transfer for the guitars. And we couldn't get it to work because Metallica has like all these screens interfered with the wireless. So we had to use really long cables. And in Barcelona, I was running like on the catwalk with the guitar, and apparently the cable was too short, so it got unplugged. Yeah, while we were playing. Luckily, it was just kind of, I don't know,
kind of
3-4 seconds, but it felt like, oh shit, it's like 80,000 people or whatever, and it was like, oh shit, but yeah. So that was funny. So we learned that get a long cable or fix your wireless.
That's a good advice for many other bands.
Yeah.
If you have that kind of problem in the future. Talking about the rock metal scene there in Norway, apart from you and bands like Turbo Negro and Kvel Attack that are the most known, what can you tell us about the scene over there?
The scene, also like the rock scene in Norway.
Yeah, and also the metal scene.
Yeah, I think like rock and metal in Norway, except for those bands you mentioned, there are kind of not. It's not in the mainstream, so it's kind of under the surface, underground. But there's a lot of great bands in Norway, and there's also like there's I think it's hard to say at this moment because it's been a pandemic, so nobody has played for like 1.5 years. So I don't know what has happened to a lot of the bands, but there used to be quite a good scene, yeah.
And how do you see the future for the bands in there in Norway? More mainstream or less?
Well, it kind of, the way rock has been for many years, as long as I can remember, it has never been mainstream except for like the old bands, AC/DC, Metallica, and Guns N' Roses, those who already are big, or bands who has like a brief moment where they break through, kind of like Offspring, Green Day, I guess Ghost and stuff like that. So for me, I'm really fine with rock not being mainstream anyway, because that's all I know, you know. Um, so it doesn't bother me. It seems to bother a lot of people. Like they should always talk about it, like a debate, is rock dead, blah blah, and it's like,
Yeah.
it's never been dead. It's fine. It's just isn't on the top of the charts, and it's never been, as long as I can remember, except for like a few moments, and that's fine, because the best rock is there anyway, out there, so I don't really care.
Exactly. There's an evolution in rock and metal. There are new styles, new genres. There are uh, few bands that play the styles, like as you said, Metallica, Guns N' Roses, Judas Priest, etc. The old stuff, as we say. But those kind of people who say rock is dead are the same people that don't listen the new stuff.
Yeah. He keeps calling. I'm sorry, he keeps calling, the
Don't
guy from
worry,
Sweden.
we are close to finish the interview.
Yeah.
Well, we are close to finish it. You are in a great label like Napalm Records, and you have a partner in that line who are blasting everything. A band called Ginger, and which recently released their new album Wildflowers. Did you listen to the album?
No, I haven't listened to it. But
And
I
what can
probably
you
should.
tell us
Yeah.
about them? What do you think about the Ginger? Because it's a band that in a few years went to be
He
in
calls
the
again. Sorry, I'll just put him on
forward.
hold. I put him on hold. So I can't really talk about it,
Don't worry, don't worry. And well, last but not least, which are the plans of Bokassa for the end of this year and the beginning of 2022? Do you have any tour plans?
Yeah, yeah. We're starting a tour next week in Norway. We're going tour September, and then Europe in October, and then Norway in November, and then some more Norway in 2022, and then in the summer festivals and stuff. So luckily, all of that will happen.
And do you have any plan to come back to Spain?
Yes, yes, we would love to. It's kind of like, I was always, because like when we go to Europe, like Germany, Netherlands, or whatever, in the winter, then it's cold. And same with Norway. You kind of want to go to warmer places. So I really want to go to, like Spain and Portugal and play in
Yeah,
November.
exactly. That exactly was what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
Don't come here in summer because you will be a little bit screwed.
yeah, yeah.
So, well, we'll have to keep an eye on your social media to know when you will come to show this Molotov cocktail.
Yeah.
And well, to finish this interview, Jorn, you have the cam, you have your time to say something to your whatever you want to your Spanish fans.
Yeah, we can't wait to be back in Spain. We've played, I think, 3 or 4 times in Spain, and it's always been awesome. The crowd has been great. And of course, the weather, awesome, and the food. So yeah, we would love to come back to Spain as soon as possible.
And we love to see you again as soon as possible.
Awesome.
Bueno, para la gente que ha aguantado hasta el final de la entrevista, muchísimas gracias. De nuevo, darle las gracias también a nuestro compañero Lucas por haber sido el encargado de haber preparado la entrevista y a la gente de Napalm Records por habernos dado la oportunidad de poder charlar con Jorn un ratito. No nos podemos olvidar de avisaros también de que, bueno, nosotros seguimos trabajando con todo ese material que os queremos ofrecer, como decía al principio de la entrevista. Si os ha gustado esta entrevista, pues darle un like, compartirla, que eso nos ayuda un montón. No os olvidéis de seguir a Bokassa también en sus redes sociales para estar pendientes, sobre todo de esas fechas que vayan a anunciar para cuando pasen por aquí, por España, de escuchar su disco Molotov Rocktail y poco más os puedo decir, salvo despedirme de Jorn. Jorn, thank you so much again for being with us today. It's been a pleasure to talk with you and hope to see you as soon as possible, as we said.
Likewise, man. Thank you for having me. Have a good one.
Have a good time and see ya.
See ya. Bye.